Hello, welcome to my new kitchen. I'm gonna kickstart my new life in this kitchen with baking a beautiful cookie recipe. Honestly, try it because you will not regret it. I prepped a little bit for this video, so let's just crack a lacking in the lacking. Get a big bowl and mix your brown sugar and your white sugar with your salted butter. Your butter needs to be at room temperature, so get it out maybe 2 to 3 hours before you need to bake. This is our butter. It's gonna go into our beautiful bowl. One day I'll have a fancy KitchenAid, but for now I am a Romanian grandma and I'm using this. It does the job. So what you want is this kind of consistency. Get some eggs, 1 and 2. And then you need some vanilla essence. I like a vanilla cookie. And then you just go and beat it up. This is what it looks like. So now that's done, what you're gonna do is put your flour in a bowl, salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and then half a teaspoon of baking powder. Put it all in here. And then you're going to mix it so all of it is nice and combined before it goes in with the wet ingredients. There you go. And then guess what? We're gonna mix that too. This is what the dough looks like. There's a bit of flour in here, so I'm just gonna mix it manually so I don't run the risk of over mixing. Now that you've got your dough all ready, what you need is a chopping board, and then I use 2 chocolate bars and then I chop them up. I prefer chocolate chunk cookies than chocolate chips. Chocolate chip makes me feel like they're for kids, but this makes me feel like grown-up cookies. I started prepping for this video when it was like pouring rain, and now it's like sunshine and the oven is on and I am sweaty. But it's okay, we move on. So the best thing about cutting chocolate is the sound it makes. Look at this. You're gonna put about 90% of the chocolate in the bowl, and you're gonna leave 10% out, and I'll show you why. There you go, look at those chocolate chunks. They are looking fabulous. I just can't stop eating the dough. You're gonna take your ice cream scoop, if you have one. I don't have one. I'm just gonna take a tablespoon. Just make it as big or as small as you'd like. For me, this is about kind of the right size for a good cookie. So here's what I do is I take the side that I know is going to be the top, and then I dip it into the chocolate, and then when it's going to bake, it's going to look very professional. Also, the really good thing about this recipe is that you can freeze it. I love to kind of have them in the freezer, and when I know someone's coming over, I just like pull them out, thaw them, that's the word, and then my friends and family can have cookies. But today I'm making them all because I want to give them to my neighbors as well. You know, you just gotta win your neighbors over, you know, you gotta make friends with your neighbors, and I feel like these cookies are it. So about 5 or 6 on a tray is what I've got here, and I feel like this is enough. This recipe yielded 15 cookies. Here we go. This is the first time I'm baking with this oven, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it with a cup of tea and wait. Oh yes, it looks so good. Let me show you my biggest trick when it comes to cookies. So you'll see that some of them are like nicely shaped, some of them are odd shapes. What I tend to do is I take one of these like round shapes. See, this is too small. I'll take this and then I'll put it around and kind of do this. Let's take this cookie. It's kind of wonky. Look at that much better. I'm gonna do the exact same thing to all the cookies. Just because I'm a perfectionist and I like my cookies to look good. Look at them. Beautiful chocolate, round shape, perfectly golden. I am impressed. So now that they've been on the tray for about 2 minutes, what you need to do is take them out so they stop cooking, and you need to just be really gentle with them. Just like you are with your friends, with your husband, with your loved ones. You just gotta treat them with gentleness and love. I was thinking while I was baking these cookies, I was like, man, these cookies are like my husband. And lots of people, when they ask me about like, how did you know, like you were so young? I got married when I was 20. And then I was like, you know what? He was just a good cookie. He was a good cookie. And I was like, this is the cookie for me. And this month, actually, we're celebrating 12 years of marriage. And honestly, sometimes it's as simple as that. You find a really good cookie and you're like, you're the cookie for me. And we're gonna enjoy and make a sweet life together. And that is my relationship advice. If you found a good cookie, you don't have to worry about all of the other cookies in the world. And if you're gonna find a better cookie, I don't care. You already found a really good cookie. That is enough. Treat that cookie with respect, with love, with gentleness, and that cookie will love you back. I am rambling. I'm so excited about these cookies. Lord, what beautiful cookies. My daughter, she went to have a nap and she's like, cake, cake. And I was like, Arwen, maybe when you wake up, there will be a sweet treat for you. So I'm really excited for her to have a little bit of a cookie. This one is a little wonky, and sometimes in your relationship you will have wonky seasons where you'll be like, this is not what it's supposed to look like. Just treat it with love. Treat it with love and it's gonna be good. Okay, well, I think the only thing that's left is for us to taste this cookie, okay? Which one do I want? Okay, I mean, it's hot. It's piping hot. You're supposed to let them cool down, but I don't have that patience. Here it is. This is what I love. I love the crunch. Hear this. That's crunchy, but look at my fingers. That's gooiness. That's like good gooiness. I've been craving these cookies for the past 1 month and a bit, but because we were like in the midst of packing, in the midst of just like uprooting our lives, I was like, I'm not baking cookies. There's no time for that. And this week is my period week. And I am so excited to have finally made these, because there is food that is good for your body and there is food that's good for your soul, and these cookies are good for your soul. Hallelujah. All right, I think I need to wrap this up. First of all, thank you so much for watching. Second of all, the recipe is gonna be linked in the description down below. Third of all, have you found your cookie? So I need to know if you found your cookie. And how did you know that your cookie was the cookie for you? I mean, I've really enjoyed myself. I've really enjoyed making this video. Really enjoyed baking the cookies. I've really enjoyed it. Have I given you a tour of the kitchen? I don't think I have. Let me just give you a tour of the kitchen. Tell you what I'm excited about this kitchen. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna finish this cookie and then I'm gonna give you a tour. You have the fridge on the left. Now, this was an investment, and when we bought this, we felt like we are fancy people now. I mean, you get ice cubes and ice, and there's a lot of space. And like a lot of space. So it's good for like our growing family and our future, and like storing lots of stuff. And then you go in, and then there's the oven and lots of surface space, which is really good. Listen, I've been in tiny kitchens. I've been 5 years in like the London flat, and it's like so small. And like when you're cooking, you need surface space. I'm excited about that. And then there's like space for a dining table. We're gonna change this table when we have money, but for now this will do. And then something I'm really excited about is let me show you, is a dishwasher. Look at that, boom, we've got a dishwasher. We've not had a dishwasher. You just don't really get dishwashers in the UK in rented accommodation unless you're like renting fancy accommodations. So I said to myself, we're getting a dishwasher. And listen, I used to spend so much time doing dishes by hand, but now I'm set for life. I can run for president with the amount of free time I have on my hands because I'm not doing dishes every day. And then you've got a really beautiful window, and then the garden there. Yeah, so this is the kitchen. It's beautiful. I really like it. It's not decorated. It's like water on my glasses. Yeah, so this isn't decorated. I really want to put shelves up. I want to change the dining area. I want to put curtains up, but we're gonna have to wait to save that money. Yeah, so I think the last batch of the cookies are done. Beautiful. Don't fall on the floor, please. But yeah, this is them. And right now I'm just gonna go make a cup of tea and enjoy my life. Listen, thank you so much for your support. I know this is a different video from me, but it is the kind of content that I love to create more in the future. So if you'd like to support it, please subscribe, please like, please comment. Then YouTube will be like, oh, people actually are engaging with this video. Let me show it to strangers. And that really helps me out a bit. So thank you. Sending lots of love. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.